Little wild ones, please make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wild One Within, and to come visit me in my studio if you are nearby in my Lycan studio, Wild One Yoga LLC. Join me on your mat for some Moon Salutations. So Moon Salutations are so good for women's health, but also can be practiced by men as well. Any age or gender are great for practicing Moon Salutations. So again, to the hips and it gritties the tightness. So start here and seated. One foot falls in front of the shin. Hands come on top of your knees. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears, and then roll your shoulders down your back. Start to notice your breath just as it is. And then start to bring awareness to your breath by starting to deepen your breath and lengthen. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale out your nose. And maybe just start to notice in your body where your breath is more prominent. Notice. And bring your focus to your mind. And just observing what's going on in your mind. Not needing to fix anything. No need to change anything. Just really observing those thoughts. Maybe starting to wrap some compassion around your thoughts. Maybe if there's a thought that you're not too sure about, wrap some compassion around that. Maybe ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What am I going to grow from this thought? And bring your awareness to your physical body. So starting with the crown of your head, just observing the top of your head. The front and the back. Your neck, in which your head is level on. The front, the back, the right side, and the left side. Bringing your awareness to your shoulders. The trunk of your body, the front and the back. And your hips, which are stacked under your shoulders. Your sitting bones, which lie deep in your seat, touching your mat. The fronts and the backs of your thighs. Both knees. both shins, both calves, your ankles, tops and the bottoms of your feet, your toes, in which you can start to wiggle, and your fingers, you can start to wiggle. Just bringing that physical movement into your body, becoming aware of your physical surroundings, your outside environment. Bring your hands to your heart. On your inhale, allow your chest to expand towards your thumbs. And on your exhale, still stay lengthened through your spine. Allow your chest to come back towards your body. One more breath here. And if you haven't already, start to blink your eyes open. Bring your hands down to your knees and then start to transition onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath of your hips. Drop your belly down, take your gaze up, down cat or known as cow. And then your exhale, start to round through your spine, up cat. Take your gaze between your hands, or if you'd like a deeper stretch, really round through the spine and take your gaze toward your knees. Few breaths, syncing your breath with your movements at your pace. Last full breath. And start to come up onto your knees, extend through the right leg onto your heel and your toes point up. So you're rotating your hip outward to the right side of your mat. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Dorsiflex through the foot so your toes stay pointed. And then option to use your blocks if you have them handy. If you don't have blocks, you can use a stack of books and rubber band them, or maybe tie something around the books so they stay together. Stack the block underneath of your left arm, lengthen through your right arm, fingertips go towards the ceiling, and then pull the fingertips up like there's a string pulling each finger away from the body. Next breath, reverse. Right hand comes to the back of the right thigh, open up through the left arm, draw the shoulder down and take your gaze to the left side of your mat or just under your armpit. Next breath, left hand comes down to your block, open up through right side. Few breaths rotating through, reverse, and then opening up into gate pose. Reverse gate. Allow your breath to connect with your movement. Last one in reverse. Then lengthen up through both arms. Bend through the hips, sink your glutes back towards your heel, and then open up front with the hands. Take a breath. Tabletop hands come underneath the shoulders. Bring the right knee back underneath your hip. And then sway side to side, left to right with your hips and your shoulders. And then hold here, switch your block to the opposite side. Open up onto your knees and open up into the left hip. Toes point up, dorsal flex the foot. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale to heart, take a breath. And then cartwheel your right hand down to your block, open up through the left side body. Check in on your left shoulder, adjust the shoulder down if you're pulling it up towards your ear. Engage through your obliques. Take a breath, reverse gate. At your pace, you breathe through your movement. And then tuck your left knee back in underneath your hip. Tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift through the hips, take the gaze down, down dog. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands so that your feet are underneath of your hips, hip width apart. Round up through the spine and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders roll last. Put your blocks in within reach. Step your right toes to the right side of your mat, so your toes are pointing to the right and your left toes are still pointing forward. Arms come out to a T. Bend in through the right knee and then adjusting your back leg so that you have your warrior two. Lower the shoulders down, maybe tuck the pelvis. Right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh. Open up through left side body. Fingertips open up like a string's pulling them apart. At your breath, warrior two. Take your gaze over your middle fingertips. Reverse warrior. Reach your left hand back for the back of your thigh. Warrior two. At your breath, start to flow through side angle. Warrior two. And reverse warrior. Just starting to feel your hips open and stretch through the left and the right side of the body. Wherever you are, end up at warrior two. So just straighten through the front leg. Slide the abdomen through to the right side of the body so that your fingertips come to the right side of your mat. And then slide down, creating a triangle. Hand can either come to the inside of the thigh or you can bring a block to the inside of the calf, not thigh, calf. And then open up through the left side of body. Soft bending into your knees. Take another breath. Exhale out. Engage through your obliques. Slide back up. And then open back up to a T and slide back to center. Block goes back to the front. Turn both toes forward. You have that wide stance into the legs. You're going to take your left hand and reach it across down for the right side of the foot. Open up through the right side. Right arm comes in towards the ceiling. Take your gaze to the right side of your mat or up towards the ceiling. Closing off, revolving. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. Bend significantly into your knees, lower your seat. Take your glance down to the back of your wall behind you. Release your neck. Release your head from your neck. Shake left to right, and then front to back. And then press up through the hands and the arms, pressing them out away from your body. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders will relax, engaging through your abdomen. Arms come out to a T. Turn your left foot away from your body so it's pointing the left side of your mat. Warrior two, left side. Bend through the knee sucks over top of your ankle. Maybe tuck the pelvis, engage with the abdomen. Take your gaze over your left middle finger. Lower the shoulders down. And then you have the option to bring your block to the inside of your left foot or to the outside, depending on, because you know everyone's body is put together differently. Not one yoga pose looks the same on every body. Everybody's body is put together differently. And that's what I love so much about yoga. Everyone looks different in different yoga poses. So my warrior two may not look the same as yours, and that's okay. Left forearm comes to the top of the thigh, open up through the right arm. And each time we slide, we're engaging through our abdomen and coming back up, and then reverse warrior. Engage, warrior two, side angle. Like I said, you have the block, you can come to the inside of your foot. You want that deeper stretch. Just make sure you're breathing through each pose. We're not holding our breath. And then last breath, wherever you're at, you're going to come back to warrior two. So just straighten through the left leg. And then shift your arms and your abdomen to the left side. And then bring your arm to the calf. Open up, creating that triangle with parts of our body. Next breath in, come back, arms come out to a T, slide back to center. Shift your block, whoops. Turn the toes forward, and then start to bend through the knees. Turn the toes to a 45-degree angle, goddess pose. Bring your index finger to meet your thumb, Gaya Mudra. And then extend up through starfish. And then sink back down into your yogi squat. Sync your breath with your movement. Last one. Drop your right forearm to the top of your thigh, open up through left side body. Take a breath. Take another breath, come back up to center. Left forearm comes down to the top of the thigh, open up through right side body. On your next breath, come back to center, turn the toes forward, forward fold. Hands come underneath the shoulders, reach back for your ankles, drop your head down. And then we'll shift to the right side of our mat. We'll turn our right toes to the right side, and then turn our hips so we come into that high lunge. Next breath, lower the left knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, arms up above shoulders, crescent lunge. Palms face one another, draw the shoulders down away from your ears. And then engage the thighs inward. Press the feet down into your mat. Take your gaze all the way up, mini back bend. Hands come down alongside of your foot. Tuck the left toes under, raise through the hips. Take a step in with the left foot, 45-degree angle, feet are on railroad tracks. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then on your exhale, draw your chin down towards your thigh and knee. Pyramid pose, relax your shoulders down. And then again, you have the option to bring in your blocks. Hands can come into your blocks, depending on the length or even books. On your next breath, lengthen through the crown of your head. Start to turn both toes, then back forward. Blocks underneath the hands, if you have them. Lengthen through the crown of your head, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, again, lengthen through the crown of your head. Turn your left foot to the left side of your mat. Shift your hips to the left side of your mat. High lunge. Use your blocks if you have them. Place them underneath of your hands. Try to stack your knee over your ankle. And then lift through the right heel. Maybe bring back in that compassion from the beginning of the class. This time, allow the compassion to come in physically instead of just mindfully. Gently lower down the right knee, untuck the toes, lengthen up through the arms, palms face one another, draw the shoulders down. Crescent lunge, take your gaze up. Engage through the left foot and the top of the right foot into your mat. Bring your hands back down to your blocks. Tuck your right toes under, lift through the hips. Take a step in with the right foot, 45-degree angle points towards away from your mat. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold, bring the chin towards your thigh. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Half lift. Start to turn through the hips. Toes turn forward. Lengthen all the way up. Shoulders roll back. Turn the toes out, 45-degree angle. Sink down into your yogi squat or goddess. Gaya mudra with the fingers. Starfish. Goddess. Start to breathe through your yogi squats and starfish. Last one. Lean back up, step the feet in underneath the hips. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Knees come down underneath of your hips. Few rounds of up cat and down cat. And last breath, wherever you are, flat back. Bring your feet to the side of your mat and then coming down onto your seat. And then switch your feet. So if your right foot was in front of your left shin, switch sides. Then you have the option to place a blanket underneath of your seat just to lengthen through your spine. This can make it easier to sit onto the floor for a longer period of time. So to come down into your mat with your sitting bones. Notice your breath. Your heart rate might be up a little bit with doing your starfish and your goddess. Just allow your heart rate to start to drop by focusing on your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your nose. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll do one last practice. So I'll lead you through alternate nostril breathing. So we'll start by creating with our hand a mudra. Pinky comes up and your thumb comes out. So it can be helpful though too to place your index finger and your middle finger into your third eye, the center brow line. And then you'll close off your right nostril with your thumb. Take a nice long, even inhale, one to the left nostril. Hold, close off the left nostril, open up the right, exhale out the right nostril. We're gonna try to make these nice and smooth and even by switching. Inhale through right. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. So just a few cycles on your own because everyone breathes differently as well. And since it's common, try to relax through your body. It's common to stiffen through our trunk and our shoulders with this. At least that's my own personal experience. Allow the Nadi Shada alternate nostril breathing to relax through your body. after your next 2 cycles, you'll take a full breath out of both nostrils. You can bring your hand away from your face. Full breath between both. Exhale out the nostrils. You should have a seal on your lips with each time. Switching hands, left fingertips come into the third eye if you need that extra support. Otherwise, the mudra, the pinky and the thumb come out. Close off the left side. Inhale through the right. Close off right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. Continue a few cycles here. Last full cycle out these nostrils. Release your hand, 1 full breath in and out. Allow your palms to float up on your knees. Relax your eyes down. And just notice the effects of this pranayama breath. Breathing naturally through your nose. I'm going to invite you to stay here or take the next 5 to 10 minutes in Shavasana. You can come down onto your back into corpse pose. And just take as much time as you need in order to just sit with yourself. But I thank you for joining me. The wild one within me honors the wild one within you. Namaste. Thank you.